Okay guys, let me update you here. I did an earlier video showing that my converter on my Casita bit the dust, and I told you I would do a video where I would replace the bottom unit, the replacement bottom unit, which turns out was a overstatement, I guess, because in 2018 and 2019, so I am told, Casita, looking for a cheaper option, like I guess all manufacturers do, installed a 7155 RVP model converter. Now, RVP model converter in the Casita, and you cannot find a replacement piece only to go in the bottom of your converter like most people do. So all these other options that people talk about that they normally do in replacing just that bottom section here, as shown here, just the bottom section, will not work if you happen to be one of the unlucky ones that has a 7155 RVP. So you have a couple of options. You could buy an extender unit which would bypass your original and let you, but you're going to have space to put an extender unit. It's going to be nothing but this bottom part by a third-party manufacturer that will basically drive the source of the power into your fuse block and all. Or you have to replace your entire power distribution panel. Now, and I'll tell you my story to help you and prevent maybe some of your issues. I started out by writing an email to bestconverter.com because I heard that this was a place that you could go to and they could tell you exactly what you would need. And so I described specifically that I had a 7155 RVP, and I emphasized it was an RVP model and that I had already gone down the road of trying to replace this bottom section here, and that I wanted to make sure that I got the proper one because every replacement that I found would not fit that cavity. Well, Mr. Randy, who I guess runs that place, told me what I needed. I paid $301 shipped to get that unit. And wouldn't you know, in that earlier video that I did for you, it would not fit. I was so frustrated. Well, through phone calls and stuff, I determined it's not going to fit. I ended up having to call Parallex myself, and then at my expense, of course, I've shipped that unit back. I still haven't got my refund. So I have had to now request a chargeback on my company, and in the interim, I went and found another company called Boat and RV Accessories, and I just bought an entire replacement unit, and I want you to see what I bought. It's called an 8900 series, and I know there's all these brand loyalties. It's a WFCO, WFCO, and I know some people claim these are great, some don't, but this has super great ratings. And at this point, I need to do something. So this thing cost me less than the replacement that I bought off Best Converters. I mean, I bought this entire power center from Boat and RV Accessories for $209, I believe it was, delivered. So now here's the box opening or unboxing of this thing. So let's just take a look at this. It's an 8900 series power centers. This is supposedly a 55 amp, which is what's in our Casitas. It's the WF8955, 55 amp. Here's the box. I've already pulled it open, so let's pull this thing out and see what we got. Now, as in the case in all these power centers, you're not going to get breakers. You're going to have to supply your own, but that's not a problem because I've got breakers in my existing unit. I'm just going to swap over. But here's this unit intact, and you can see Basically, these are where I'll insert my breakers. Here are the two main 40 amps, and then I'm going to plug all my breakers in and change and basically exchange my existing unit into this unit. Here's the converter compartment that converts the 110 over to the 12 volt in the bottom section. The good thing about this in the future is if this turns out that's not a good brand or something, at least I should be able to replace this bottom unit. But like I said, now this has good ratings, so we'll see in time. I'm just happy to get something now to be able to do something and get us back on the road here. So alright, so anyway, now watch my future videos and I'll walk you through the process where I will be moving the power center from my 2018 Casita over into this unit, and you'll follow along with me, and and I'll try to do you a couple of videos. It may take me several. I'm not an expert photographer or anything like that, and I'm certainly not being paid to do this. This is just to help you if you should have this same problem. Alrighty, so follow along in the next video. We'll see where we're at.